5 men of the family gone in 1 hour. They were killed like Nazis, blindfolded, hands tied behind their backs, and shot, firing squad. And the Taliban released those photos publicly on Facebook. Publicly, they released it. Exactly as the Daesh and ISIS killed their prisoners, they killed our people.
Where do you even start with fighting these guys?
Well, my first strategy was an emotional uprising in the face of a huge tragedy, which was my own sacrifice. On 15th of August, Shawn, when I was in Kabul, I gave it a long thought. Because before that, we tried everything with the regional countries, with the Western countries, with Afghanistan government to prevent the catastrophe. I wasn't successful. So when I knew all is lost, I knew the only thing that can be saving us, it is a national uprising by all people of Afghanistan against a very small group called Taliban. To do it, I needed to empower people in a way. The only thing was a thirst for revenge. And that could happen only if they could see a very, so to say, painful tragedy. And so my first strategy was to go to Panjshir Valley, defend till the very last minute, and have a very, how to say, a crazy end, to give your life, die in the most painful way, being bombed, being destroyed and shattered. Maybe within that tragedy and that sacrifice, it would give my people a reason to rise. And because I knew Afghan people are very much wanting it, but they needed hope. Because they felt lonely, they were hopeless, they felt abandoned, and they have fought against the Taliban for many years. And also there has been war going on in Afghanistan for many decades. So they were very much tired, and they were lonely and hopeless. So I needed to give them something. Unfortunately, or fortunately, many things happened that luckily I didn't die. And I went outside Afghanistan to find support for my brothers and sisters who were fighting against them. I never had the intention to leave my country. I just went out to find something. Because you're a man of war, you're a military man yourself. For fighting, you need resources. For your guns to fire, you need bullets. And we ran out of them. And I was surrounded in a valley with no support from anywhere. So I had to go and find something from somewhere. But as soon as I left, unfortunately, the front line collapsed. The pressure was immense. Once it happened, we gathered all the military committee and we said, okay, now that the pressure is too much, what should we do? And we exchanged our strategy and we changed it. And we knew that we are in a long-term sort of a strategy. Now we have to build everything from zero. That this is going to take longer than we expected and much harder work. There were many people like me who were willing to give their life, not to witness such tragedy and not to be able to do all of this hard work. But God willed, and also the people wanted us to take this hard path. And so we changed the strategy from conventional warfare to guerrilla warfare. And to create the narrative against the Taliban, to build because the government collapsed, to build a system, to build something, basically a semi-government to work with, anything, right? An organization. That was it. And last, to bring support and to create a situation to be able to once again gain the trust and to find support. So these were the strategies that we started after the collapse of Kabul. The narrative was created, and that was resistance. We were very successful in it. Right now, there's Emirate resistance and the resistance, the Emirates narrative and the resistance narrative. We created the counter narrative. And we have so far been very successful in winning the narrative war. The Taliban so far did not manage to get internal recognition. Every day that goes by, they're losing in that war. And more people are coming to our side. First. Second, since the government collapsed and we had nothing, we built an organization. And from that came into existence the NRF, National Resistance Front Organization. And third thing, it was to prove to ourselves we can do it. It was continuing this fight, guerrilla warfare. And that was one of the reasons that the military committee, the military leadership told me that we have enough resources to either operate or protect you. So you need to leave the country because we cannot exhaust our resources on protecting you, because as soon as they know you're here, they're going to all attack there and we have to exhaust all our resources in protecting you. So because of this, we encourage you to go and find the support. You be outside Afghanistan whenever necessary, and we will do the fighting inside Afghanistan. And one of the things that I have been very sort of honest about it with my people. The moment that I left my country, whenever I'm outside, whenever I'm inside, I've been very, very honest with my people. Because one thing is, the Taliban, they had sanctuary in Pakistan for almost 2 decades. They never came in Afghanistan. They lied that, oh, we were always in Afghanistan. But it was a lie. We all knew they were like, and Pakistan and different countries hiding. One thing is that I have been very honest with my people. And this was the decision, and this was basically the strategy we had. And we proved, after 3 years, starting only in Panjshir Valley, now we are operating to 12 provinces. And in the latest report of UN, Guterres himself even agreed and commented on it, that the NRF operated and executed more than 25 attacks only in Kabul in the span of past 3 months, which is way more than that. But the reports that he gave, that even he admits it. So you see, we proved that even all alone with no support, we stand. We proved it to ourselves, to our people. We created a narrative. We created an organization. And for 3 years, we have been withstanding against all the might of the Taliban. Not only we have been successful, but we managed to expand. Yes, the warfare is guerrilla warfare, because it is a tactic against an enormous group that has 70 million weekly handed over to them, that has $2.5 billion annually from Afghanistan income, that also have the backing of all the international terrorism and the biggest source of income they have, which is the narco trade. And against such force, we cannot just go for a suicide attack. We needed to change the strategy, and we managed to be very successful. That in the past 1.5 years, after adopting this strategy, we didn't have even one prisoner and one person got killed.
Wow.
We have been very successful. We operated 500 meters from the Taliban's Arg palace. We didn't have one person captured and one person killed. Very precise, very calculated, and very successful. Beside that, we have been so careful and so calculated that so far there has been, luckily, thank God, no civilian casualties.
Wow.
No civilian casualty. Just one person got a little hurt. We went to his home. This is interesting, Shawn. We went to his home. I sent my people to his home because we knew he got injured, a civilian. We monitored it. We gave him money. We gave him compensation. We gave him support. We gave him our care and love. Look what he said. After he got the money, he gave it back. He's like, what are you talking about? These things happen. Before, whenever Taliban was having these attacks in Kabul, we were always scared. And my kids, he had some of his daughters, my kids were always scared that, oh, again, the terrorists are attacking in Kabul. God knows how many people, innocent people died. Now, whenever we are hearing a blast, we are happy, like, oh, thank God they had these monsters. And the guy handed back the money to us, like, don't worry, I'm all fine. Keep doing what you do. The people are with us. People are truly supporting, but they're alone. When they see from ministers to politicians to statements, all indicates that, oh, Afghan people, you have no choice but to accept your reality. What choice do they have? The Doha, Taliban say no opposition, no girls, no civil society, nothing. And UN backs down from their own mandate, which the Security Council passed a resolution about 6-7 months ago. Their own mandate, they back down from it. And they give in to the will of Taliban. How people can trust the world? But we have an amazing people. Let me tell you a story, Shawn. It's something maybe you like it. I spoke with a mother that at the beginning of war against the Taliban, 2 years ago, before adopting the new strategy, which was the guerrilla warfare, he lost 5 members of family in 1 hour. His husband, 2 of his sons, his husband's brother, and his son-in-law. 5 men of the family gone in 1 hour. They were killed like Nazis, blindfolded, hands tied behind their backs, and shot, firing squad. And the Taliban released those photos publicly on Facebook. Publicly, they released it. Exactly as the Daesh and ISIS killed their prisoners, they killed our people in my valley. I called that lady, mother of one martyr, wife of another, sister-in-law of another, and mother-in-law of another. I called and I said, Mother, I'm calling, my name is Ahmed Masood. And I was weeping a little bit. I was terrified. How can I break this news to this woman? She already knew. She said, why I hear a shake in your voice, Ahmed Masood? Don't you talk to me like this. We have a hope in you. Tell me, when is the next time that you give a call, so this time I will go to the mountain. I was speechless.
Wow.
I was speechless. For a good 2 minutes, I was silent. She was talking. Just some tears was coming, and I was like, if I give my life to them, it's not enough. These amazing people.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.